Hello everyone. Good morning. It's the morning in Taiwan and I'm very pleasure to standing here, and today is another video. All I want to say is appreciate all the people's care and concerning. So after huge record, we should come back to our original position and do what we have to do. And just like the personal life, it's the 10 talk. It's the 10 talk about united. So actually, if you will wonder if I just want to produce these videos, actually I have to speak it frankly. In the beginning time, when the huge recall occurred, I am worried about, because although I have confessed that, although the resolution of the law from the Kuomintang is totally wrong, they want to buy this resolution law to expanding the authority in the legislative yet. So that is some kind of just a situation of a behavior to touch the crime territory. So that is really so dangerous and very not suitable. So all I want to say is that if the resolution of law is not very correct and appropriate, so maybe we can just select some choices to just cope with this stuff. So the huge recall is proposed by the civil group. You have to know that actually totally all the events is just proposed by the civil group. So the Democratic Progressive Party is just want to welcome and just accept the proposal from the civil group and to just issue the huge recall. This is the original whole phenomenon of the situation, the event. So if it is just like what I told, so to recall some legislators, it's not just to over-exaggerated choices. I have to say that to just recall certain legislators is under a reasonable and logical concluding. So whatever, but after my pondering, if the power or influence that is from the Democratic Progressive Party, they still can expect the Kuomintang can just hold some certain seats in the legislative yet. The result is to just for the proportion in the legislative yet from the opposite side reigning side, the seats will not to be far away. The distance among the both sides seats will not too far away. So what is the benefit? You can just consider about it. Maybe you will be wilder, but maybe after the explanation. So if the Kuomintang still can just hold a certain seat to just balance a little bit from the ruling party, so we can just discover we can just discover some opinion from the citizens who are just shelter under the Kuomintang or support to the Kuomintang. The Kuomintang can just refer and they can just cast out some opinion or the point of view that is from their voters. So, because you have to remember one thing, the 2024 year, Kuomintang still have the 4 million votes. So, although the Taiwan People's Party this time they just encounter the suffering from the criminal issue. So maybe the 2028, the situation in 2028, the Democratic Progress Party will just return back their original vote. That is just from the 2020, the President Chai's 8 million votes. 8 million votes. Maybe we'll just return back. But still that the 4 million votes or 5 million votes from the Kuomintang still is a very certain, has its value, the weight. So we cannot ignore about that. So that is why I just push forward in the former time. I hope the seats will not to just to be different so far away. That is why I just want to push about that. But after the huge recall, we have come back to our original position. We have to know what the President Lai talked about. The united talk. The second talk is the united. So why the united is so important? Just because Taiwan's united, that calls Taiwan's democratic policy, democratic presentation, democratic achievement is the 12th place in the whole world, but the first place in the Asia. So Taiwan has such achievement that is so proud, and we should just congratulate ourselves and celebrate about that. Besides the democratic achievement, accomplishment, our just the country's advancing advance or proven evidence. Taiwan is sixth place in the whole world. The country's advancing evidence the proven evidence the advancing part of Taiwan is the 6th place in the whole world. So from the 1927, we ever have a doctor called Jiang Weishui. Do you remember Jiang Weishui? He ever created the Taiwan Minzhongdang, Taiwan Minzhong Party. So he ever say that the compatriots should be united, and the united is so powerful. After this, whatever we ever experience, just like the 228 event, whatever the White Taylor or the 823 literary battle alpha phase is the literary battle. whatever we ever experience. So the United just will lead the whole country's people to just have a better life and a hopeful future. So that is very important to talk about the United. So why the President Lai want to talk about the United is not to strengthen or expanding the power authority on only one party. It is not correct. The united true meaningfulness from the President Lai is just together to just combine and just to form, to get the space and to just make all the parties can be available to participate some very important project or just the plan that is concerned with the country's future and the country's direction. So that is too important and significant. It is a very vital topic and issue. So the President Lai just want all the parties, whatever from the opposite, where the DPP or just the Kuomintang, the running party, Democratic Progressive Party, we came together to just make the policy more easier to do very exactly perfectly. So that is why he wants to talk about the United. So after the huge recall, we see the 726 and the 823. The Kuomintang all just conquer it. That is very celebrate. So after the huge recall, they just triumph on the anti-huge recall. So we have to think about it is make the government, the Lai's government more and more smoothly to just push so many policy and administration or aids or bills or protocols to make them just achieve. So if it is just what I thought all the things going to be, we fortunately to have this government from the President Lai and the Vice President Xiao. So we have to pay more concentration and supporting and concerning on this government that is composed from the DPP, the Kuomintang, the Taiwan People's Party, or other parties. That is very important about us. So after this, I just want to say that to be united is very important in this moment time, especially after the future. Whatever that is all because of the revolution of the law. The Kuomintang just want to expand in their authority, their power in the legislative. Yes, that is wrong. That is not correct. That is incorrect. So whatever, but that is past. That is past, and after people's countering and the historical election, so people wanted although some legislators still be recalled, but we still can just pull back some seats that the Kuomintang can have. So make the proportion that from the two sides or just three sides or five sides can have a balance. So that is very important. President Lai is a president who can be trusted. He is very tender and just welcome suggestion and the suggestion will come or just abiding from the recommendation. So and he will just be responsible for his duty and calling to be the president. That is very important. So just like what I talked about, if you still remember the Democratic Progressive Party, here is the Here is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 reason. Sixth reason. The first reason is the progressivism. The progressivism. What I like to talk about that. The Democratic Progressive Party is a very smart and very modern and very crucial and very accuracy and a very advanced party. They use the progressivism to be the first reason. What is the progressivism? The progressivism ever lured the United States of America from the 1890 to the 1920, the 30 years that is the political middle school. So in the 20th century, in the beginning of the 20th century, successfully influenced the Democratic Party and the Republican Party to just lead the Democratic Party to turn to the left wing. What is the left wing? The left wing is just close to the labor profits. And on the contrary side, the Republican Party is turned to the right wing. What is the right wing? The right wing is close to the big enterprise or the bank industry. So in the beginning of the 20th century, so progressivism, just like the President Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, under his leading, so they just do very many endeavors, hard working on the revolution for the United States of Americans political procedures. He just bring it the primary election. We all know in the United States of America, the president election. Here is the primary election. That is from here. Primary election, and the election system for the non-partisan. This of successfully descending down the confrontation among the powers, and they also reveal the corruption and establish the public community management system toward the public resource. Their just the career will just be colony, cloning, just like the water or gas engineering. So they are the exerting power. They are the motivate power for whatever the child labor law. Just what is banned, the child labor law, and the public education, and the woman vote right system, the revolution, and the order at the center of these things. They are the active and the exerting power. Their contributions help the 1913 the American 17th amendment in the Constitution And another one is the 1920, the 19th Amendment in the American Constitution. Especially this one is the woman female voting right. Voting right. They chased after the plebeian on the community public transportation. They just ever push the pressure, make the government lift up the financial tax, make they can have more money on the school, garden, or other public interaction. So their direction for the endeavor is usually changed on the label that is state. So the progressivism is a very important ism. So after my explanation, you can just realize why the Democratic Progressive Party of Taiwan, they want to make the progressivism to be the first ism. That is very, very important about us. Okay, and the American ever in 3 different occasions and time established the party that is with the progressivism party. So the 3 progressivism party composed all just because that time the candidates is just from the requiring the need from the citizen. So the first one is the 1912. The Roosevelt just leave from the Republican Party to participate in the election. So they're just to break out another party called the Progressive Party. So the Progressive Party is the modern history that in the American, that is the very successful party in the third place. And the other 2 parties is just established in the 1924 and the 1948. But the 2 parties not so successful. That is all about the little history I can just share with you all. So you can see the progressivism is a very important ism. They just lead so many important achievements in the politics and many meritoriousness that in the political field territory we can just make a following from the mirror that we can just have an example, or we can just do just like them have done. So that is all I want to share today. So today we talk about the progressivism. So the American progressivism activities supporters all just cover together with the American modern freedomism. So that will just lead the Democratic Party's political direction. So that is just the very complicated situation and some phenomena in the American. So you can just discover. So just like the United States, American is so giant country. So They need some realism that is advanced and truly valuable and truly beneficial and truly just have something certain welfare, or just they really do something good. That is the reality. So that is why the progressivism is so famous in the Western world. So the Democratic Progressive Party use the ism because they know the progressivism is so important and so significant. Okay, this is today that I want to share with you and talk about something. I hope people can just return back our position. So after the huge recall, so people state by state, we can just follow the laws paved by the reigning party, support the president and the vice president, the president Lai and the vice president Xiao, and we can just to lay them safely and hardworking and smoothly and just hard feel to just touch the mood from the supporters' heart. So that is very important. To be a president, the very important thing is the heart and the supporting from the citizen. That is really so marvelous, it's spectacularly outstanding. So that is all today I want to share with you all. Thank you for your watching. So next time we can talk about others. Today we just talk about till now. So hope you can have a wonderful time and unbelievable beautiful day. Thank you for your watching. See you next time. Bye bye.
而是这个时刻的历史关键时刻的使命感使然。我为什么会成立党外在野大联盟也是如此。我在寻求这些在政治光谱上面的大咖跟各个前辈的时候，大家也都跟我一样有非常深的焦虑，就是现在中国大陆早已非10年前、40年前的中国大陆了。美国也大家看到，如今美国成为全世界可能最大的乱源的来源。世界局势的批变惊涛骇浪，台湾何去何从？你必须要有大的思维，才不会台湾沦为被人交易的筹码跟棋子。这不是台湾年轻人的能耐。我们要看到台湾的年轻人，然后我要帮他们在国际全世界发光发热。我们的国际空间是什么？不是大家想象中的那个非常古老传统的国际政治参与的空间。国际空间比比皆是。为什么全世界要爱台湾？是因为他们看到台湾的人才，台湾的年轻人在我说的那些舞台上面发光发热的时候，那个才是我们真正的国际空间。要有这样的一个国际空间，暐瀚问我的问题是两岸关系。我们自然要把大陆视为我们的资产，视为我们的机遇，视为我们的家人，然后站在大陆这个巨人的肩膀上面，才能够达到我刚刚说的，在全世界的国际舞台上面睥睨群雄。